So people always wonder what it takes to become a great basketball player. Since they don't know, their parents spend thousands of dollars on their children to find different types of trainers and basketball workouts in order for them in the pursuit to become better basketball players. But actually, basketball is pretty simple, and it can be broken down into 3 phases. The first phase, before being able to do this, of course, you're going to have to go through 3 different phases. The first phase is skill work, like fundamentals, building up a proper skill base, and then conditioning your body, and then having the right mental preparation in order to play basketball, as well as working out. As summer comes along, everybody wants to be in tip-top physical condition, going to the beach and enjoying beach activities. So basketball is a fun way to get in shape and compete with your friends at the same time. First phase is skill work. All the great basketball players need to have proper fundamentals in order to be great. And fundamentals are the 2 basic principles of fundamentals are shooting and dribbling the ball, as you can see in this. There are different ball handling drills that you can do in order to strengthen your your fundamentals with both hands. You can start off with one ball, just dribbling back and forth, increasing your hand-eye coordination. But it's good to look up, to keep from, in order to be a good basketball player, you need to see plays develop, and by dribbling the ball in front of you and looking up, you can train your body to work like that. You can also practice dribbling with 2 balls. By dribbling with 2 balls, you increase the balance and stability with both hands, and as long as hand-eye coordination. Next phase is shooting. Shooting is pretty basic. It can be broken down to 4 basic steps. First step is catching the ball. You have to, when anticipating the pass, you have to put your arms out and catch the ball. Put your arms out so the ball doesn't go between your hands and hit you in the face or something like that. Next thing is you turn and square up your body to the basket. You need to make sure your shoulders are square to the basket so there's little chance that the ball can move either to the left or right when you're trying to shoot. And the third step is to get a proper, to jump using your legs to increase the range of your shot, whether it's shooting a layup or a 3-point shot. By using your legs, you increase your power. And then the last but not least is holding up your follow-through and making sure that ball goes in by keeping your hand in the basket, and then just having confidence in your shot. And different drills you can use to increase your jump shot are standing in the basket and using one hand in order to practice keeping your elbow in and falling through the basket. The second phase is conditioning, and conditioning can be broken down into 3 different topics. 3 different points: strength training, cardio, and muscle strength, conditioning. For example, LeBron James is one of the best basketball players in the world, but what separates him from the rest of the superstars in the NBA is the fact that he's a tremendous athlete in the sense that he can get out in the open court, and with his strength, it's hard for people or defenders to stop him because he's so strong, and it took him hard work to get that way. Basketball has a lot of change of directions and quick spurts, and to incorporate this into your workouts, you can do various drills like suicides and line drills, which require you to run back and forth and touch every line. And it's just a good way to build up your stamina as well as practice changing directions for when you get into the game. Stair workouts are also a great way to increase muscle stamina and endurance for leg muscles. These exercises are used for mainly people who are just now starting out to work out, and the last part of phase 2 is the strength conditioning. You can do different workouts like dumbbell press, push-ups, or bench press. And the higher the competition you are going up against, the bigger the bodies will be. So To prevent injury, it's good to get into the weight room and get your body straight, so you can be able to bang with the bigger bodies. Your core is the most important muscle of your body when it comes to strength, because everything that you do in basketball requires core strength. James Lloyd of Philadelphia 76ers strength and conditioning coach states that it all starts in your midsection. Your core can make your legs strong, your arms strong, and it makes everything strong. By increasing your core strength, you're able to make quicker movements and increase your explosiveness. I don't think this is going to work. Well, I had a video showing how frustrating basketball could be, but I guess it's not going to show up on the PowerPoint. But throughout basketball, there's going to be times when you're going to have down off days where you're not making any shots, or you just don't feel like going to go play basketball. And you need to be able to be successful. You need to be able to fight through those times. And you can start by setting goals for yourself, like day-to-day goals. You don't have to say main goals like, oh, I'm going to go to the NBA, but if you can set a goal for yourself like once a week, every day for a week you'll run 1 mile. Maybe the next week you can run 2 miles, and it's just something you can build off of. So in conclusion, I've talked about 3 basic principles and ingredients for success when playing basketball, and this is obviously a subject that any of you guys can be involved in, and thank you.
So, Christina, what did you think?
I thought it was a good presentation. I liked the way he knew everything he was saying. He asked me twice. He's familiar with the sport. He understands it. He explained it well. The only thing is I think he talked to the screen a little bit too much, and when he talked to the audience. But other than that, he did a great job.
All right. Yeah, well, I mentioned it again because several people have done that, and the temptation is when you've got the visual to start giving your speech to the visual, and you've got that screen over there, and you turn around, you get the reminder what I'm going to be talking about and where I'm going next, but you become a little too dependent on it, and then that's where your focus is instead of the audience, and you really want the audience to be where your focus is. I liked the opening very much. I thought that you identified the topic pretty well. You had a good preview of what you were going to be talking about. You got the one quote in there about the conditioning and the core. I think you need a little bit more information and examples there. It sounds like you've got the right ideas, but the source of any of this information, whether it's just personal experience or whether you've actually done some research on this, I think you need to get the research into the presentation. On the visuals, I enjoyed our running visualization of that guy. Is that a friend of yours? Yeah, I mean, I thought that worked pretty well. There's a lot of humor in the pictures, and it explains the concepts. Mostly it works as transition and kind of reminder what the points are. There's a little bit of information in there, but it's mostly structural stuff and kind of building interest in what's going on. So I thought that did pretty well. And like I said, I think your voice projects pretty well, but you do turn away from the audience a little more than you want to. At the end, you have a good summary, and I think that your exit is okay. All right, thank you.